What's the word? What's the word? It's your boy Landon for Television Talented with another banger exclusive video. Y'all know how we gotta do it today, very expeditiously. Gotta come here to talk to y'all. But y'all know what it's like. It's a vibe. Like that. How's everybody doing out there today?
I'm trying to catch the vibe, do-do-do-do-do, ride the wave, do-do-do-do-do, trying to catch the vibe, do-do-do-do-do.
What's going on, Turkey Foots?
Catch the vibe, do-do-do-do-do,
What up, AB?
ride the wave, do-do-do-do-do, catch the vibe, do-do-do-do-do. I'm just trying to catch the vibe, do-do-do-do-do, ride the wave, do-do-do-do-do, catch the vibe, do-do-do-do-do.
It's all in the shoulders when y'all do it.
I'm just trying to catch the vibe, do-do-do-do-do, ride the wave, do-do-do-do-do, catch the vibe, do-do-do-do-do. I'm just trying to catch the vibe, do-do-do-do-do, ride the wave, do-do-do-do-do, catch the vibe.
What up, Sydney?
I'm just trying to catch the vibe, do-do-do-do-do, ride the wave, do-do-do-do-do.
But what's going on, everybody out there? Y'all know how we got to do it this Monday. We all don't got nothing to do besides watch me. So we finna do that very expeditiously and be vibing. So y'all know, we always got to start the show letting y'all know what my week consists of. I don't know what my week consists of this week. Don't know. I slept all day. I ain't do anything. I ain't feel like cutting hair. I ain't feel like doing anything besides vibing. So that's what we about to do. But today's topic is gambling. Not going to the casino, but taking chances in life. So that's what we got to do. Talk about that. What up, Tia? I seen what you would look like if you was a cartoon character. They made you back in the 90s. So that's what's up. So, you know, we all got to gamble. It's about taking chances. We all been in a situation that when we roll the dice, we never knew what we was going to get. We might hit that 7 like we was aiming for. We might hit that 11. You know, might hit a 3. But, you know, it's a risk we have to take every day. What up, Turkey Foot? What's shaking, Turkey Foot? So, you know, we all got to gamble sometime. So, let's go from here. When the last time y'all took a gamble on anything? Moving, and y'all never knew what the outcome was going to be. Starting a new job, making new friends, letting old friends go, or whatever y'all gamble with lately. I gamble with everything. I gamble with doing this show every day, because sometimes I don't be having nothing to talk about. But I have everything to talk about because I can talk about whatever I want. So that's a gamble, because if I don't talk about nothing, I can lose my viewers. I talk about too much, I might gain more viewers. So it's a gamble, like, okay, start talking more, just talk amount. I've been doing it. But I've been having a lot of people I've been talking to, vibing with lately. Why you not sleeping? It's past your bedtime, 9 o'clock, past your bedtime. Actually, yep, you 12 minutes past your bedtime, you're grounded. So, been talking to people that they've been exploring the world, doing new things, traveling, meeting new people, and God been speaking to them in various different ways. What up, Brandon? God been speaking to them in very different ways about different directions that they need to take in their life. But sometimes they don't know what's the right angle to approach it. Sometimes the best way to approach, when you put the dicey hand and roll it, just put them in there and just toss them out there and see what you hit. And, you know, sometimes when we take a gamble in life, we might make the right decision, but we might not. But if we don't hit it, the mark we'll be trying to, we always can pick them same dice back up and roll them again. So we all failed on business. So like a lot of people, if y'all ever started a business, you have your ideas, you map it all down every way you want to. You want 6 months, 3 months to 5 years down the road. You roll the dice, you get your building. You don't get no customers. So 3 months into it, you got to close down. We get discouraged as people. We let the whole business go. Oh, it was a stupid idea. But why don't we constantly take risks in life? And some risks we just can't take. But you figure some risks we take every day by driving in a car. People die in car accidents every day. But we take that gamble. I ain't finna Uber. I ain't finna catch the bus. We take the risk on driving a car with bad brakes or blowing head gasket. Why can't we take a risk in bettering ourselves mentally, physically, and emotionally, or spiritually? So why is that? Anybody got an answer for that for me? Yeah, man. Like, for you, Brandon, you a barber. Something I'm a barber too. When you first got your license and went into a shop, how hard was it for you to actually start building the clientele? How many days when you go into the shop, you wasn't getting customers? You're like, man, I'm about to just walk away from this. I can't sit here and not make money. Everybody else around me, they eating. This person had 15 customers, and you walk away with maybe just $20 for one cut, and you was there 10 hours. It gets bad. But then you had to really sit back like, okay, what are they doing? Or what can I do to make my business better or make myself better for what I'm trying to achieve in my life? So then you start promoting yourself. I see you on Facebook that, you advertising your work. Or before you start advertising, you got to believe what you're doing can work for you. So it takes believing in yourself and making it work. So once you do that, you gain the customer. Okay, cool. I cut 2 people here today. Then you got to keep that same momentum up 7 days or 5 days out the week or whatever you're doing. You got to start making it into a consistent pattern. But sometimes when we do that, we still don't see growth. But growth all the time is not seeing our environment growing with us. Sometimes it's seeing the growth in ourself of being patient. That's one thing I struggle with. I'm going to tell you, I struggle with patience. I don't have patience. I think I got patience, but then when my patience is tested, they are very slim. So that's a gamble I have to take. And I think I have to take that if I start something new, a new journey in my life, the outcomes, what I'm expecting, they might not come as fast as I started this. So patience. So it's always going to be challenging in anything you gamble with. So you got to just take it for what it really is. What's going on, Paris? What's going on, Turkey Foot? What up, Anthony? What up, Sadia? What's shaking? So what things we gamble with? So taking chances, right? We all got to take chances. We took chances as a child. Breathing through birth, carrying a baby for the first time, there's chances there. But through anything we do, the biggest thing is the emotions that it takes when you gamble. What's going on, Bree? It's emotional roller coaster on taking chances, taking risks, or doing anything new. That you can't hear me. Hold on. Can you hear me now? Everybody else act like they can hear me. Hold on. Let me tweak something. Is that better? Can y'all hear me now? Too loud? Thumbs up? All right, proceed. But hold on. Got my microphone. When we sing y'all a song, y'all ain't paying me for that yet. About time you here, after 70 episodes, you finally tune in. What up, baby mama, who don't give me no drama, but she's a headache? What up, baby mama? She here today. What them ugly kids doing? So, back to emotions. Anything we do in life, it takes emotions. What up, Jessica? It takes emotions. Emotions, it can be good, bad, ugly, or indifference. Whatever the emotion it is when you taking a gamble, taking chances and bettering yourself. If that's either going to school or whatever the case may be. What up, Devin? Y'all rocking with your boy tonight. That's what's up. But we're taking chances. So it comes with an emotional roller coaster. So I got a friend, she want to start a podcast. Her emotions kicking in because there's so many people out here want to do podcasts now that you can get discouraged. And if you get discouraged in doing something you love, that's your emotion. They sleep, good, keep them that way. And I'm telling people, if you keep drugging my kids, I'm gonna call them people on you because that's child neglect and abandonment and endangerment. They supposed to have 5 milliliters of Benadryl, not 15. Hey, as long as they sleeping well, make sure they breathe in and out, not just in and hold it. They be dead then. But it comes with emotions with it. That sometimes when we take the gamble, we sleep on ourselves, on our dreams, what God gave us. That what about if you want to start a candle business? And God gave you this 3 years ago. Told you how to do your business, how to orchestrate it, how to make it all come. I'm not putting you out there like that. You put yourself out there. But you know what? Since we're talking about it, right? You want to start a podcast. Don't get discouraged. you know, you got something great just because somebody else do it. Your gamble is you sleeping on it and let somebody else do something what you can do better. That's what comes with the emotion. All right, well, they did this, they've been doing this for so long. Just because they're doing it don't mean they're doing it well. Look how many restaurants out here, for instance, doing the same thing, cooking soul food. I don't think it is you throwing some crabs in a pot and boiling them. What could you do different? Throw them in butter. So just believe in yourself and don't let your emotions get to you. Because if your emotions get to you, you might let somebody pass your dream up. Don't matter if you're trying to start a candle business, a podcast, or you're trying to be a doctor, you're trying to go to school, whatever journey you're on in your life, being a barber, you got to believe in yourself. And it takes courage. That you got to have courage to do anything in life. That's the inner you, like, you know what, I'm going to fall, but I'm going to get back up. We finna make this work. And nobody else believe in me, I can believe in myself. That's how much courage you got to have in this whole process. And, you know, it comes with consequences. I can't forget the consequences. So I'm going to give y'all all the lists what we finna break down, then I'm going to chop it up expeditiously to y'all, right? But it comes with consequences. Right. That's true. That's true. The richest place in the world is the cemetery. That if you die with your dream on your mind, it's a wasted dream. I talked about that in Dreams in My Imagination. And right now, you got to take a gamble on your dreams, on promoting yourself, and to digging deep into yourself. Because when I started this podcast, my consequences was, okay, how can I balance out work and doing this? You got to invest in yourself by doing this as a gamble so you can get your outcome. That when you invest in yourself, nothing else around you really matters besides you seeing something you love and have the passion for it to go. Well, I won't say passion because after I looked up the definition of passion, it ain't what I thought it was. But I'm going to do a podcast on passion. It's pretty much the covenant what God made for us. So interest. I got a lot of interest in this. So, but it comes with consequences. But the most successful place in the world is the cemetery, because it's a lot of people who could have sung a song better than Whitney Houston, moonwalk better than Michael Jackson, whatever talents they had, they slept on it because they didn't want to take a gamble and a risk and invest in themselves. But my consequences by doing podcasting is not putting out enough material so people can listen to. That a lot of people be hitting me up. Hey bro, when your next show? You ain't do a show yet. You did one Sunday, you got anything else? Yeah, I got some. When you will do it? Tonight, I got some free time. That's my consequence by not being overproductive or over consistent with what I'm doing. But those is growing pains. What up, Josh? So that's what we all have to go through. But if I shake the dice up a little bit more, I'm going to hit my point. And you got to have goals in what you're doing. So I've seen a lot of people lately saying, oh, my goals for 2020, they finna be great. But what about your goals for 2019? What did you plan for this year and you gambled to hit your mark, but you didn't because of procrastination? So we can constantly make goals for the years ahead of us, but what about the goals we made for this year? That's a gamble too. How many of those goals on the list did we scratch out? How many of those goals did we actually achieve to our max capacity? So think about the gamble, what we all do. Procrastination, we gamble that every day. Laziness. Oh, well, I always got tomorrow. Yes, you do, but what did you do today to make tomorrow closer to your dream? So we sit back, we get mad, feel like we don't got supporters. We start searching to different things and get knocked off our focus on what God really is telling us to do. How many people out there could be the next best cook, the next best songwriter, the next best dancer, the next best preacher or artist? But procrastination kicks in on the gamble. That's just one of the consequences that you're going to hit. Then you get hit with finances. Okay, Don't let that stop you. It's always, if there's a will, there's always a way. That, okay, I paint, but I'm out of spray paint. Okay, use chalk. Get creative. Use mud. What can you make with the littlest things in life? But the biggest gamble is, what I did research on this today. The biggest research I did today was, and the biggest thing we battle with when we gamble is living outside of our means while we chasing our dreams. While we chasing the dreams, we living in places where we barely can afford, trying to drive a car where we barely can't, where we barely got approved for, to make sure Tom, Dick, and Harry is pleased with what we're doing. Sometimes chasing our dreams in our life on this gamble, we got to be uncomfortable to motivate us to do what we need to. Sometimes we got to downgrade so God can upgrade us. So I don't care what you're going through. If you live in a 5-bedroom house and it's only 3 people living in there, why you have it is to say, oh, I got a 5-bedroom house, a 2-car garage, and this, but your house payment is $1,800 a month. Why can't you downgrade to a 3-bedroom for $700? But we feel like when we gambling with ourselves, people will look at us as a failure. But we don't look at ourselves as failing when we gambling, because we can fail in multiple ways by, what up, Justin? We can fail in multiple ways by not making sure we living in our means. We always want to press everybody else. Why we got to take that gamble of living so high? Just so we can feel better than other people beneath us. But that's why I had to do this topic today. I didn't want to do it because I'm like, I don't know. We all gamble some type of way. But we got to gamble on building ourselves up as a whole. Because the gamble is we might not hit our point. And if we figure we crap out, what's happened? The game's over. So do we say, okay, I'm going to quit? Or take these dice and roll one more time? Don't ever give up while you're breathing. That's pretty much what I'm telling everybody. If you give up on yourself and not constantly rolling those dice to your full capacity, why you want to have people supporting you if you gave up on it? I don't care what your dream is. Everybody have a gift. Everybody gifts is a gamble. Everybody gamble is a blessing. And it have a purpose. It serves a purpose. You figure some of this stuff I'll talk about on here, it's a gamble because I'm like, well, if I'm going to have people tune in, is it really going to touch somebody? I don't know. If I sit on my couch and be like, okay, and talk about it amongst myself, somebody out there I could have touched and they could have helped them. Somebody could have been out here procrastinating like, you know what? I do need to live a little bit more free and take chances in myself. So that's why I do this. It's a gamble every time I get on here. Some of my podcasts, I look at, dang, 2,000 views? That's okay, I'm moving somewhere. Why this only at 800? Was it not good enough? No, I just touched those 800 people the most. And then when I did this one, that one touched 2,000. So that don't mean neither one of us greater. The ones who listened to that one gave me 800 views and the one gave me 2,000. That one's just more important at that time frame. Because I can't keep doing that topic because there's other things I hear people struggle with. And tonight we talking about taking a gamble, taking chances. And the emotional scars is going to have to it, the mental thoughts that we got to go through. So we got to let God lead when we take a gamble in our life. You got to have some type of common ground support system, because when you're doing something great and people around you know you're finna do something great, the people you think going to support you, not going to support you. And the people you don't think going to support you, 9 times out of 10, they support you the most. So, but your support comes within, and by being consistent and going for something you really want. So just roll your dice and don't stop rolling until you at that point you want to be. If you constantly want to hit the same point, then you go plateau out, because where your growth at? Everything got to have growth. If you constantly want to hit 7 every time, that's cool. Yeah, you can't tell everybody your dreams. You got to keep them to yourself. But you got to be motivated in yourself to constantly keep dreaming. You got to have your eyes open to greater things to have a dream. Some people walking around blinded. They don't see a dream, don't see a purpose. They don't see anything besides Tuesday or Wednesday. But after they really think about it, every day seems like one long day. Because they don't have growth in their imagination. Or they don't have the thought of taking chances, of taking risks. Put God first. So those are all great topics that we all have to do. You got to keep God in the midst of all of it. So if we're not doing any of that, what are we doing? Wasting time. But a lot of people take risks every day and gamble. All right, cool. I don't want to be nothing out of life. Some people, they don't want to be anything. So what they settle for? Smoking weed, doing crack, heroin, dope, shooting meth up, whatever the case may be, to keep them at that low point in their life of not progressing to anything better. Whatever they do in their life, you got the option to either join them or move past them. I'm going to move past them because I don't want to be in a sunken place of nothing. If you already that low in life, the lowest you can go is death. I'm trying to be to a point that I'm never so low. My lowest point if I'm flying in the sky. Then after you look at it, dang, he's always high. So it just depends on how you look at your life, how you look at your progression, how you look at your growth mentally. And then that's what's a gamble, that you got to learn every day, and you can't stop learning because you can miss something what's viable, what you might think stupid because you took a day off and not roll them dice. Some people don't see the bigger picture, but it's even bigger than the picture because some people don't have a picture to look at. Have you ever thought about that? It's like going to a picture gallery with no pictures on the wall. But some people might walk out and say, dang, they had a lot of art in there. You walk in there like, this is an empty place. But you got to put your own pictures on the board for you to look at. Nobody look at it like that. Sometimes the gamble is bigger than what's in front of you. That's when dreams and wishes come in and you striving for greater. So take all your pictures out your wall and tell people how your house is decorated. Oh my goodness. Because I tell people, look, I got a kangaroo foot on my wall. Like a kangaroo foot. It's like a size 13 in the Jordans. Kangaroo foot. And it got a gold toe ring. That's part of the decorations. If I had to tell people my house decorated, if I took all the pictures off the wall. Then I'm even going to tell them too, I got a flamingo wing on my refrigerator. And they say, what's up? You know, that's how far I see my future. That I can have a kangaroo foot on my wall, a flamingo wing. But a lot of people's like, nigga, your house is depressing. You don't got nothing on the wall. But it's whatever I put on there. And that's the gamble in life. It's whatever you put in front of you to achieve. Like, I'm going to be on the Ellis Jenner show. So anybody know her, tell her hit me up. I'm trying to be on there. But that's the dream I'm putting in front of myself because I want to be on a bigger scale than what I'm at now. But that's a gamble because I might roll the dice. I might keep missing my mark where I'm trying to be at for months. Some people are like, you know what? I tried my best. I'm going to give up. Even when I feel like I hit my best still wasn't good enough. So I'm going to keep on rolling until it's good enough. Or some people don't want to be like that. I'm going to pray a little bit harder until God open the door for me. Then after God open the door up for me, I'm going to pray a little bit more than that to thank him. Then after I thank him, I'm going to pray a little bit more to worship him. Then after I worship him, I'm going to pray a little bit more to glorify his name. So that's the same thing about rolling them dice. You got to just go a little bit harder. I don't care. You got to shake them dice up until they start smoking. You got to just get them out there. So what are you all gambling with? Some people gambling with their family died. They don't know how they're going to afford a funeral. Their mom's sick, car broke down. They just got fired. So they finna try to gamble in how they finna pay bills. Hey, the birds, they take a gamble every day. They don't know how they're gonna eat. But think about it, they walk in the street, they find something to peck on. They fly high. Why can't we take a gamble and be like birds? I've never seen an angry bird besides the little game, but a real life bird. Unless like you mess with like what's the one big old not the flamingos, them pink, them ostriches. I seen them mad before, but people provoke them. But why you see birds? Y'all never seen a real like a pigeon. Have y'all ever seen an angry pigeon before? I haven't. But they take a risk every day of like, okay, I went to sleep, I ate yesterday, how am I gonna eat today? They take the gamble of not stressing about anything just so their day can be better than it was yesterday. These are some things I just had to bring to you guys about taking gambles with your life to better yourself and to just love yourself. Everything comes down to love, having faith, and believing in yourself. I don't care how you look at it. Because whoever, like, just take the people who do go to the casino. Russian roulette. I play Russian roulette. The game's dope. I don't put on no numbers. I play literally red or black. They give you a board. You look at it. All right, red hit 17 times. Black hit twice. Well, the odds of it is going to hit red. So I'm going to put my money on red. Boom, I hit. All right, cool. Now I got a feeling it hit black. So I'll put my money on black the next time. Dang, I lost. But y'all could take a risk by playing red or black. But y'all not taking a risk of, what about if it don't hit neither red or black, it hit green, it hit 00. Then you can lose everything. But you never know what you lost if you never played. So when you taking a gamble, I could sit in this chair all day and don't talk about anything. And I never lost anything. But I never gained anything if I never played either. You never know what could be. Then that's when you see a lot of people talk about what ifs. I don't want to live my life on what if. I want to live my life with achievements. I want to hit milestones. I want to break goals and just go the distance of my max capacity. That's the gamble I'm trying to take. That a lot of people take, they gamble and walking in faith. That's a great gamble there. Because just a week ago, they was in bottoms up, twerking, throwing that thing, yammy bammy. But then something happened that God said, turn your life around. They was making $1,000 a night. But God told them, go to school, be a nurse. And let me take care of everything and walk in faith. Now all of a sudden, instead of $1,000 a night, they making $70,000 a year. Yeah, they'd be like, nah, I would have stayed twerking. But you never know what other obstacles or outcomes or greater achievements they can have by following God. But that's just the gamble we all have to take. What up, Dakota? What's shaking? I ain't hear from you in a minute. What up, Alan? How you been, bro? So, we all have to take risks. And with them risks in life, just take them. Either you'll crash, you'll sink, you'll swim, you'll fly, or you'll fall. But even if you do fall or miss your mark, learn from it. That is a learning progress. Okay, I tried to start a business, didn't have the funds to start a business, but me believing in myself enough and taking a little bit I had to make it work. What did I go wrong? Okay, maybe I should have got a storage shed versus this $900 building. So let me take all my inventory now and buy this storage shed. Dang, I'm booming. My income is low, but my reward is high. That's sometimes downsizing to see your reward and everything. So, what y'all gambling with? Yeah, man, I'm doing the same thing, bro. I'm doing good, working, striving for better, man. How's the family and everything? Where you at now? You still out of town or you moved back to St. Louis? But yeah, y'all, let's take a gamble together. Let's take a gamble of loving each other for once. That every day for the next 90 days, we post something on our timelines, encouragement to somebody. Reach out to one of our Facebook friends who's going through something and say, hey, I love you if nobody else told you I love you today. No matter if you've known them for 10 years, 15 years, or y'all don't even know how y'all came out, even became Facebook friends. Reach out to them. I challenge everybody to do that. That's the gamble we finna do today, is inspire somebody to do better. Because we all struggle with something, but when we want to lean out our hand and take a gamble of gratitude, nobody taking that risk. Or if I help this person, what I'm getting in return. You never know. Sometimes you don't need nothing in return. Sometimes with all the things you done in your life was bad, sometimes you need just a great gesture on your resume. That's what's up, bro. I'm out to come down there. Shoot me on what part you in, and then I'll come down there and I'll chunk it up with you. I could do some stuff down there, and okay. So sometimes we just need great things on our resume for a good deed. Sometimes we just need to empower others so we can empower ourselves. Or sometimes we got to look at somebody who's in a similar situation we was, and that's how to tell them, hey, look, we can get out this situation. That's a gamble we got to take there. By telling somebody at the end of the tunnel where is a light. Because they can get discouraged. They probably have 5,000 people against them and nobody with them. And you could be that one person gave them hope, and then all of a sudden you see them on TV or got the #1 hit song down the road. Say, hey, I helped that guy out. Then all of a sudden they reach out to you and they changed their life because you planted the seed in them. You took the gamble, you took the risk to motivate them. But nobody want to do that no more. But we want to gamble other ways. Hey, bro, I'm going to take this chick out. I'm going to spend a bag on her, bro. And I'm going to hit. Man, you spent the bag on some coochie? Not me, player. I'm going to spend a bag on feeding these women in this homeless shelter, or taking some book bags to these kids who don't got none, or, you know, buying school lunch for this school's about to close now. Now I don't know, bagging something I'm going to bust in 5 minutes. But some people gamble that way for a status what doesn't mean anything. I'm not gambling for a status. I'm gambling for achievements. I'm gambling for a destination, for a purpose, a gratitude, for longevity. So, just as some of the stuff I had to bring to you guys today. But y'all know this y'all boy Landon from Television Talented. Y'all know I love you. God loves you. Television Talented loves you. There's only one way to heaven. That's through God Himself. Love each other. Take the gamble. And always touch somebody when they are down. Until next time, it's a banger.